Hi everybody, hope you're all well, and today we're going to do shoulders and back, okay? So really good for all of us for posture, and I think particularly at the moment where maybe we're spending more time kind of on our phones and on our laptops, especially if you're working from home, we tend to let the shoulders kind of adopt this position and our head carriage forwards. So we're very much like this. So it's all about correcting that and opening all of that out. So let's start. Let's just run through standing posture. Just take a moment to think about that. Feet hip width apart. Splay those toes. Find the lift of the arches of your feet. Find your neutral in your pelvis. Soften your lowest ribs. Lifting your breastbone. Lengthening your collarbones. Lengthening your neck. Softly pressing the head back just fractionally so it sits on top of the spine. So we're just going to take the backs of the hands to touch, to breathe in and come up the midline. Exhale and press down. So as we work with our breath, add in your little bit of centering, pelvic floor, deep abdominals. As your arms are pressing down to the sides, think opposition. You pull up nice and tall and just grow a little bit more lengthening up through the spine. So grow a little taller as you press down to the side. One more, inhale, lift, and exhale, and press down. Bring your elbows into your waistline and bring the palms to face up here. Your elbows are into the sides of your body. Check that they're not back in this position, because that will roll your shoulder forwards, and we want to be in a position where we're already kind of thinking about what's happening here. So keep them into the sides of the body. We're going to open out into Dumbwaiter. So it's just a swiveling of the arm bone, head of the arm bone in the shoulder joint, and then to close. So you're just opening and closing and keeping the elbows into the waist. Keep the head still, keep your lower back still, nothing changes. It's just a swiveling in the ball and socket joints. So for a little bit of active work around the shoulder area, maybe around the top of the back of the arm. So let's add into this here. Open out into your Dumbwaiter, into offerings. Reach outwards rather than shoulders going upwards. So have a sense of reaching away. And then pull your elbows back in towards you and then close. Opening, sending away, drawing the elbows in, and then close. And again. So you want the shoulder blade to move. It will kind of glide up the back of the rib wall behind you there as your arms go out to the side. But it's not the same as leading with your shoulders to do this, okay? So think of the lengthening as you're opening. So this time, open, reach away, turn the palms to face forwards, and then just press back, and you'll feel your shoulder blades kind of wing towards each other, and then just let the arms just rest back down to the side. To here, Dumbwaiter. Open, offering out, turn the palm, press behind, and then just lower back down to the side of the toe, just slightly to show you that. Opening, sending away, turning the palm, pressing back behind, and lowering down. Do one more. So no change from the spine. This is all happening in your shoulder joint. Don't move your back in any way. It doesn't come from your spine like this. It comes from your shoulder. And then to lower down. Second movement, shoulder tracing. Turn the palms to face behind you. You're going to lead with your elbows to come up, kind of drawing those hands up the side of the body. You may not come as far as this. One shoulder might be slightly different to the other, so it doesn't matter, just work with what you can do here. Then swivel from your shoulder joint to place your hands behind your head. And then draw those elbows down into your waistline like chicken wings, and then bring your arms back down to the side. So turn from the hands so the palm faces back. Draw up the sides of the body. Think elbows lead the movement. Swivel in the shoulder to place the hands behind the head. Draw the elbows into the waistline and then bring the arms back down to the side. And again, turn the palm. Keep going here. So when you're drawing up the sides, as you swivel, keep your head still. So don't move your head forwards to get your hands behind your head. You want to keep the head where it is as your movement happens in the shoulders to bring the hands behind. This is a tricky exercise. It's a really good exercise for rotator cuff. Any exercises that I'd done when I was rehabbing my shoulder, this was the one that really helped me improve my shoulder movement. Okay, so do stick with it if you can. I really did find that it improved my shoulder movement, this particular exercise. Okay, and then down to the side. So let's link this together into Dumbwaiter. Open, offering, turn the palm, press behind, squeezing your shoulder blades, and then just let the arms come down to the side. Turn the palm to face the back of the room. Shoulder trace, coming up, up, up. Then swiveling in the shoulder joints, and then into chicken wings, drawing your elbows into your waistline, and then to lower down from there. Okay, so now you're just going to take a shoulder circle, but as you slide the shoulder down, turn from the upper arm, the lower arm to the palm. So the movement of the turning position has come from the shoulder, not just from the flip of the wrist. Okay, so it's just do that again. So take a shoulder circle back down and round, turn from the upper arm, the lower arm to the palm here. So now just press back behind you and feel your abdominals react to that. So you pull in with your abs a little bit as you press behind. I haven't moved my bottom, that's all stayed still as I've pressed back. I look with my eyes up first, and then I lift my breastbone up to where I'm looking, and then I just let myself soften the breastbone. I'm not going to collapse. I want to come back to good standing posture. So turn from the shoulder, the upper arm, the lower arm, the palm. Press back first and pull in with your tummy gently. Look up, lift up and extend, so it's not too much from your neck. It's lifting your breastbone to where you are looking, and then to just come back to your neutral position. Do that one more time. Shoulder, upper arm, lower arm, palm. Pressing back, pull in with the tummy gently. Lift up and lengthen, up and over, and then to come back to your center. Okay, so we've got three kind of movements, sequence movements there, so let's link them together. Out into Dumbwaiter, into offerings, turn the palm, press back, a little bit of a squeeze between your shoulder blades, and then just lower your arms down. Turn the palm to face behind you, shoulder trace, up the sides of the body. Try to lead with those elbows. Swivel in that shoulder joint to place the hands behind the head. Press the head softly back to your hands. Draw your elbows down like chicken wings in towards your waist. And then lower your arms down to the side. Shoulder circle. Turn from the upper arm, the lower arm and the palm. To bring the palm to face forwards. Press back behind, pull in with your tummy. Look up a little way, and then lift up and extend, lengthen your collarbones, up and over, not too far, just a lift of the breastbone into thoracic extension, and then release. Okay, we're going to come down onto the floor. For those of you not happy in front line, just bear with me. You can do some 4-point kneeling stuff, so just give me a minute here. For those of you happy in front line here, I'm just going to move back so you only really kind of need to see my upper body area. You're going to settle into the floor in front lying, and you're going to just rest your head down onto your hands into diamond press position. So just come into the floor here. You're going to lift up into diamond press. So you're going to lengthen in the back of your neck as you're leading with the base of your skull to come up. Your lowest ribs stay on the floor, and then to come back down to bring your forehead onto your hands. So think of widening across your back a little bit here as you're lifting, and you stay on your lowest ribs. So just stay with that for a minute there, just with long arms on the press. So I'm just going to get my hair out of the way. If you're in 4-point kneeling, if you don't like front lying, then your option here, in 4-point kneeling, I want you to just do some shoulder movement, whereas you keep your arms quite straight and you sink down between your shoulder blades, and then you widen your back to come back to neutral. So try not to move from your face, your head position. Think more how you sink down between two straight arms, like two kind of posts, and then you come back to your neutral position from there, all right? So stay with that if you're in 4-point kneeling. So let's move on from diamond press. Let's now take it into bringing our hands onto the outer edge of the hand. Your thumbs are roughly in line with your nose. Your face stays slightly off the floor with your chin in and just softly pressing up into the skin of the back of your neck. Now keep your pubic bone down, keep lifting your tummy up and in, and you're going to just reach forwards with your arms. And then as you slide your elbows down, you widen across your back. You're going to keep the same lifted position. So my face is off the floor, so I'm holding a little bit of a lift of the breastbone, but I'm still on my bottom rib, so it's not a high position. But I want you to just move the shoulder up and down and get that nice widening across your back from there. Hold this one here. Watch sinking into lumbar extension as we now go into the lifting of the arms. So scoop that tummy up from underneath you. Keep your shoulders down on your back. You're going to lift both arms slightly off the floor, or just prep to lift if that is enough for you, just to go into lift, or even just a single arm movement may be another option you can take. But shoulders are a bit tricky, so you may find lifting the arms off the floor really quite challenging. So just prep yourself to do that. Stay there. If your hands and knees, you're going to maintain your neutral, and you are going to take it into lifting, alternating your arm to come forwards. So you'll feel a bit of shift of the weight and on that diagonal line into the supporting hand and into that opposite knee. Slide the arm and then lift. Don't overreach. You still want to keep the shoulder kind of set into the back of the rib wall as it floats up from there. So that's your alternative, taking lifting arms. So from here, just make that, you've probably done quite a few now actually, so just make that your last one, little pause and lift and hold, and then lowering back down. We're going to come to sit back into rest position. For your hands and knees, do a couple more because you're slightly behind us here, and just sit back to rest position, just to stretch your back the other way. And then we're going to come round onto that back, so just lay yourself down. So just come down, best way for yourself there, and just settle into the floor, into the back of the pelvis, the rib cage, and the centre of the back of the head. And let's just take the arms up to the ceiling, palms facing forwards, and lift and lower, and then find halfway between the lift and the drop, so you feel that width across your back in a neutral position of your shoulder blade. Bring your elbows down nice and wide, slightly lower than your shoulders. Tip back in your lower arms, swiveling again in that shoulder joint. Reach back with your arms in line with your ears if you can. You may not want to do the reaching behind, but if we can here, do the elbows coming down, lengthening across the front of your chest, tipping back, reaching behind or just staying where you are, and then back up to the top of the room. So keep neutral. Watch your rib cage flaring as you tip the arms behind and as you reach behind. And then push back up to the top of the room. Do it one more time. Elbows down nice and wide, swiveling in that shoulder joint. Reaching back. And then back up to the ceiling from there. Okay, come up to sit from there, come up in your own way, ball roll up or come onto your side. And well done, hope that was okay. That standing sequence is enough on its own really, so just stick with that because that would be a really good standing routine to do. Okay, lots of love, take care, bye.